Very good morning, dear students. Welcome you all towards our class lesson number 2, India's Foreign Policy. Today we will be discussing the political science lesson number 2. Let us see what is the meaning of importance of foreign policy, the factors that make impact on this foreign policy, and the nature of India's foreign policy. Let us see what are the topics we are going to discuss today in our today's lesson in India's foreign policy. We will be discussing the meaning and the importance of international system, what is mutual interdependence. The meaning and importance of foreign policy is an international system which usually depend where one country depends on the other country, and it should benefit a good relationship with the other countries. What is the meaning and significance of national interest? National interest means our country, India, should anyhow try to improve its own economical structure. Economical structure means the financial structure of our country with the help of foreign policy. Now let us see the factors which are included in the national interest. There are many factors like defense, the first important factor, where defense is used to protect our own country's sovereignty. And this is the economic development, which is very important national interest, which could weaken the nation independently. So economic development in defense is a factor of the national interest. National interest and foreign policy. The national interest of defense and economic development, they have a certain goal in this foreign policy, that each and every country should depend on each other having good relationship. That is called foreign policy. And they should also see that no country should fight with the other country. Every country should be benefited with their own means, and they should have a goal with the national interest. What are the factors which could influence foreign policy? Foreign policy decides what kind of relation a country should have with the other country, and there are several factors which could influence the foreign policy, like geographical, political, and economical factors. Now let's see what is the geographical factors of foreign policy. We have many countries which has a good geographical location. They have plenty of mineral wealth. They have good relationships with the other countries. So foreign policy should see, our country India for example should see that the other country is having the good mineral wealth. The other country should have a good relationship with our country to help us. Now what is political system? How political system is affected with foreign policy? We should always, being Indian, we should always see to it that the other countries should have political background. For example, you consider America, which is said to be a superpower throughout the world. So if we will have good relationship with these kind of countries, then obviously at our time when we are in need of America, it will help us. So this is the relationship the two countries should have in foreign policy. The next we have is economy. In economy, we should see that every country has to import and export goods from one country to the other country. And they should also see that every country is benefited by their own means. No country should be into a loss. So this is how the foreign policy states how good relationship the two countries will have with each other. We also have the national leadership. In national leadership, we should see that there should be the people who could decide the foreign policy, and who also could maintain the continuity of foreign policy. For example, if we take Jawaharlal Nehru, who had taken the consideration of taking various decisions in such way the two countries who have good relationship with each other in this foreign policy, so they should also have a good leadership. Means, for example, if we Indians have good relation with Africa, Africans should have a good leader. Indians also should have a good leader. And when Indians could speak to Africans, they have to obey their commands. And when the African leader could speak to Indians, even we need to obey. So this is how the leadership works out. The next we have is administrative factors. We should always consider that every country has its own administration, and we should always involve the various decisions of the administrative factors. Means our country administration should also listen to the other country's administration, that is the government. Now, India's foreign policy, as we know, India achieved independence in the year 1947, and it also had stated many such articles like Article 51, which speaks about the foreign policy in order to safeguard our Indian international peace and security. You know, the objective of this India's foreign policy is to maintain friendly relationship with all the different countries. And let's see what are those articles which our Indians have been started. There are many such international principles like Article 51A, 51B, 51C and 51F. Whereas in 51A it states about to promote the international peace and security of India. 51B, which speaks about the Indians should have good relations with each other throughout the world. We also have some more objectives of India's foreign policy. That India should maintain good relationship with each other. Whichever country India wanted to have good relationship, whether it may be through business or whether it may be through political means. But India should see that it should have a good relationship with the other countries without any sort of fights or without any sort of problems. A review of India's foreign policy. We can review the India's foreign policy in two stages, first and second stage. The first stage, the independence to 1990, that is from the time of independence from 1947 to 1990. This is the first stage of India's foreign policy when India started the relationship with the other countries. The second stage is from 1990 till today. So till today India has good relationship with the other countries. So these are the two stages. Now India's foreign policy also has a very early phase, say maybe before independence. So before independence also India had a good relationship with other countries. For example, the Britishers who came and occupied our own country and they started colonialism. Colonialism means they divided India into different colonies. And then Britishers also have started the internationalist position and they gave priority to peace. Now the three things which influenced India's foreign policy are: we had made an effort to understand the all international events and developments in order to bring peace in the world, and the threats from China and Pakistan were taken into account. And one more feature of India's foreign policy is self-reliance. So these are the three things which influenced India's foreign policy. So India have taken all these 3 points into consideration when it had a good relationship with the other countries. Not only this, India also took efforts to take cooperation of the other countries like the Asian countries in order to develop our own country and to keep independence within our own country. And there are some Asian African countries who had participated in the various wars, and they also have a good relationship with our own country, that is with India. After this, countries of Asia and Africa which did not participate in any military impacts, had supported the concept of non alignment and peace and freedom and became the fundamental principle. So, these are some of the things which India had concentrated with the India's foreign policy. India also had started a nuclear capability. India proved to be a nuclear capability where India had brought many changes within our own country. How? By starting the nuclear weapons. Yes, it was the first nuclear test which India had conducted at Pokhran in Rajasthan, and India was successful with this nuclear test. So, from there onwards till today, India has involved in many such nuclear weapons, but it does not use anywhere. Now, there are three stages. Let us see the first stage, which had started from 1947 to 1990. In the first stage, India adopted the policy of non alignment, and it also took help where it required for the other developed countries, and there was lot of stress on improving these countries' technology. Required for this was the imported ones. In this period, India had to face many such challenges. Having conflict means dispute with Pakistan, India proved her nuclear capability very well. And contribution of Pandit Nehru to India's foreign policy. How he stood with India. He stood with India that India should have independently understand the global or international affairs. He also followed the trend of peace within India. So Pandit Nehru also contributed to India's foreign policy that India should have good relationship with the other countries by peaceful means. The second stage, which started from 1991 and it is still going on till date. In this we could see that India's nuclear policy is an important part of this second stage, where I have told you that in the second stage, the India has started establishing the Department of the Atomic Energy Commission. And the first chairman of this Indian Atomic Commission was Homi Bhabha. Even though electricity generation was not been possible, but still they aimed to get the electricity facilities. And they comprehensive and it was dynamic, where free market policy was seen in India in the second stage. And India also increased in trade with the neighboring countries. India also shared in world trade increased. So here these are some of the advantages where India had focused with the foreign policy. India had a good relationship with the other countries in all means, whether it may be political and military relationships or maybe economic and technology. It had a good relationship with the other countries. So this was India's foreign policy in the second stage. Now moving towards the India's foreign policy, India could had a good relationship by all the means, whether it may be political means, military relationship, or whether it may be economically. Till today, India is having the sufficient economical structure, that is the financial planning of India is well developed. How? By having good relationship with the other countries. Now in the decade after 1990, our Indian relationship with the other countries like Asian countries like Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam had become much stronger, and our trade exchange with Israel, Japan, China also increased. So you can see how India increased its own relationship with the other countries in the means of business. Now, do you all know that nuclear weapons are really destructive? Destructive means it really spoils one's own country. It can devastate one's own country. But here we had the two treaties which have made to stop the spread of nuclear weapons. This NNPT and CTPT. These are the two treaties which had stopped the use of nuclear weapons unless if there is no proper genuine reason. India's nuclear policy. India is now a country which has nuclear weapons, and we have accepted the role of a responsible nuclear power. So finally India had used many such nuclear weapons, and today also we have good nuclear weapons, but we use it on some purpose. So this was the lesson, dear students, about India's foreign policy. Thank you, dear students. Have a nice day.